After this, you're in prison, right? Basically, what is the experience like for you to do that much time? Like, how are you spending your time in prison?
I mean, I've read books, but also I'm far away from home. I can't. It's a different life, and you have to be willing to do anything to get your point across. Like if it happens, if it had to be a point where I needed to take someone's life, I would have.
Right. So you just accepted your circumstances, like this is life now.
Yeah, you can't cry about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't. I knew what I was doing when I was in the street, so why cry about it when I got locked up? I knew the consequences. See, the two things going to happen when you're in the street: death or jail. One of the other.
Right. And I saw an interview where you spoke about that, right? Where you were saying like, you know what you're doing when you're in the streets. So like you can't complain after the fact. Like, you know what comes with that life. When you pick up
Right.
that gun, basically you are agreeing to these terms, you know. How is the food in prison?
Terrible. It's bland. It's terrible. They can't do much to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what type of allergies people have. So they can't really season it. You know, it's barely to function.
But at that time, like, were you eating mainly from like commissary, or you just had to mess with the mess hall?
No, I mean, I stopped, once I got locked up, I stopped eating beef. And
personal choice or?
Yeah, personal choice. I stopped eating pork at 86. Then I stopped eating beef when I got locked up. I didn't know then, but I felt like I was just going to get fat if I ate beef. So I was like, nah, I'm not. Then later on, I learned like beef doesn't digest in our bodies well. So, and then it's just like constantly I would play ball, work out, read books, and write rhymes.
At this time, are you having a strong religious affiliation of any sort?
No, I don't fuck with religion.
Okay, so, but what are you studying at this time?
Different things, symbolisms, origins.
Because I can tell by your music that you're very intelligent, and it has to come from you reading. You know what I mean? Like the things that you're talking about in there. Mm-hmm. So do you think that those 6 years prepared you for that?
Yeah, it's a different thing, like the books, and you learn about writing. I picked up a book on how to write characters. Just different things. I mean, I know about the things of stuff that was going on now. I read it in books back then about, basically African Americans and white people mixing race like that. They were saying that would have been a plan of the future. A lot of TV shows showing mixed couples, the whole snitch factor of bugs. You know what I'm saying? They got microchips that, they had a bug that can hold a microchip, and, you know what I'm saying, how they get kids to tell on you, get your own kids to tell on you in the house, and a whole bunch of stuff.
So you were studying a lot of things that some people would deem today as conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And we know that Prodigy was really into that too. So did you guys have a lot of deep conversations about those type of things?
Yep. Sure did. Sure did. But especially when you get into symbolisms, and, you know what I'm saying, because one thing may mean one thing, one thing may mean something over here, but it's taken and means something totally different, like the swastika. The swastika is really about, the 4 seasons. But as far as, the Germans, they turned it and they bent it against nature. So it means like something totally different to them.
Right. So when you're locked up for the 6 years, are you spending a lot of time, feeling threatened of any sort, like your life is like in danger at all, or you just like you feel ease?
When you're in jail, every day your life is in danger in jail.
Are you doing things that land you in the hole like at all, or you was pretty like trying to stay out of trouble?
I mean, of course. I mean, I smoke weed. Luckily he didn't charge me, because it was really a bullshit thing. I mean, unless it was something that was very necessary, because out of a camp of 560 people, because I wasn't in New York, I was in another state,
Oh,
and
where were you at?
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay.
And of a camp of 560 people, it was only 10 of us from New York. And not even all 10 is from New York. Maybe like 2 of us is from Jersey, once a year. But out of 560, there's only 10 of us. So
Wow.
it's just like, if it came down to it, yeah, we, what I'm saying, we would have to like go to the yard or whatever. Luckily, nothing happened while I was there. They didn't get that serious. Of course, there was arguments and whatever, so on and so forth, but it wasn't a dance. Nobody can say that, yeah, I used to fuck Elegy up in jail. Like, no, they can't say that.
But you saw a lot of fucked up things while being locked up, I'm sure.
Of course you see fucked up things, but you're just trying to, all I know is the quote, like, some of my people that I've met in there, we would say, we would say our mother's name and would say, like, I would be like, Queenie's son is going to make it home.
Hmm.
Like, regardless of anything, Queenie's son going to make it home.
So, in New York, it's such a fast-paced place to live, right? The lifestyle is such go, go, go that a lot of times you don't have the time to slow down and really evaluate things, really, see where your life is going, ask what it is that you really want in life. In prison, all you have is time, right? How did you feel when you finally got that chance to slow down?
I mean, you just know, well, one, I know I like women and I don't want to be locked up around men all the time. So that is a serious factor. And then there was something that an OG of mine said to me that makes total sense. And it was like, the second bid, your second bid hurts the worst. Why? Because you know better.
Mm. Wow, yeah. So then you're really kicking yourself at that point. Like you're saying that.
Yeah, you like that when you get that second time you get caught, you feel like it's like, I know I shouldn't have did it again. But who knows what people's circumstances is? Everyone chooses that. And I was just like, you know what? I didn't make it to super drug dealer with the kilo, and it didn't happen. So why continue on this path when it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, my cousin and my people that I was with, they all wound up doing at like 20 years.
Wow.